Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you? Stay the island address. Today's the whatever the hell it is. Who knows? Um, yeah, the hits just keep on coming. Um, I don't even know where to begin anymore. I'd love to start shooting off God hates me and everything else, or there is no God. Don't you dare start talking about God on my page, though, guys. As far as like, oh, he loves you and all this shit, because I'm not in the mood for it. I don't know what we got to do in this world to keep going. You fight so hard and you do everything you're supposed to do for others, and you just keep getting shit on by the Almighty, whatever it is. As you know, we got the page hacked, and we're not getting that back. Well, I don't know if we're going to get that back or not. I've had no luck so far. We're working on it. And to make things worse, as you know, we've been terribly shorthanded here. This seemed to be a very smooth, streamlined thing, even though we didn't have it streamlined when it was Brittany and I. There was really happy moments that we were getting it in place. I admittedly wasn't working hard enough. It was all her. That's my fault. Maybe this is my penance for that. After she passed, the staff got together and, talked with Robin, our friend Robin, who's been a fan of the page forever, about coming to help out. And even though, I was hurting and didn't want it, I didn't want anything at the time, she was beautiful enough of a person to come help out. We all sat down, talked about it being a year. She was going through a pivotal point in her life where she's looking for change as well. Didn't know what she wanted to do with herself. Thought this could be it. Thought this could be it all the way up to last Friday, when apparently she got a phone call from her old boss with a "I gotta have you back tomorrow" kind of thing that was so lucrative and so positive for her that she gave us, well, put it this way, she got the call Friday. It's Tuesday afternoon. She packed up and left and went back west. Now, before anybody gets mad at her for that, I mean, I understand. I was pissed at first. Ren, not right now, sweetheart. I was pissed off at first too, and after calming down about it, I was pissed off because of my own personal problems. I'll dig into those in a second. But how do you stop somebody from trying to better their life? You can't argue with it. It just sucks the timing. It sucks that we don't have the help. It sucks that I was barely finding the time to get a little bit of projects done around here and maybe get to the gym. It's all gone. And I also am not entertaining. I will not give up on them. So I don't care if I run myself to the fucking ground. I've already done it. We're just gonna work our butts off for the dogs as best as I can. And like I said, I got pretty pissed at this at first, but I realize now, thanks to some of the staff here talking to me, and actually Brittany telling me about this in the past. If you guys haven't noticed through following me, and most of you probably will, I've got issues. We all got issues. I've got issues from being victimized, and I don't want to be a victim. I hate hearing that word. But if there's a way that men can fuck women over with their abuse, their physical abuse, and their mental abuse, and their sexual abuse, that's terrible. Women have their way of fucking you over even worse when you care about them or you rely on them. And what we came to realize through this situation is that I've seriously got abandonment issues. And that actually starts with my dad. He left me when I was little. No big deal, though. But if you think about it, my ex-wife, when this all started, left me high and dry, left me the house with nothing. Of course, later came back and tried to sue for it, but left me with, basically all the responsibility of the house that she wanted to have built. And I'm sorry if I'm bitching about this. I just want to get off my chest, guys. You'll get to know more of me, and you can decide whether you want to follow me or not after this. But yeah, for 17 years of marriage, good and bad alike, both had our faults in it. Just leaves, just abandons, and that's the word, the abandonment issues. Connie comes into my life, picks up the pieces. Did a great job, honestly, for a while. I'm going to give her a lot of credit for that, regardless of what everybody said. But basically, once Brittany came along, the animosity between all of that situation, Connie, up and leave. No helping out, no coming back, no working things out even as a friend outside of this place. Just totally complete abandonment. Brittany, like I said, was the first one to bring this up to me, but now we've got Brittany probably leaving me with the worst abandonment issues I'm ever going to have. No question or answers as to why. And again, I feel like it's such a sap saying this, but I want to get off my fucking chest, okay? Because now that I realize it. And then, of course, Robin coming in and picking up the pieces again, wanting to help, and for her own purposes, having nothing to do with my shitty personality or the type of piece of shit that I am. Or maybe a little bit. because that's all I can think about myself at this point. Picks up and leaves within 3 days, and again, it's not nothing against her. It is, but it is from my perspective, from our position, leaving us completely high and dry. But I guess there's nothing she could have done. But there's nothing she could do about it. And you got to pursue your own life. So yeah, I'm really kind of, I don't want to say I'm a woman hater, but I'm really hating the fact that I've ever cared about a woman in my life, because every single one, even my mom, sorry mom, I love you to death, but where the fuck did you go 2 years ago? You were supposed to be around forever. Your mother lived 30 years longer. Sorry guys, I'm just lost at this point. I'll get the post up as best I can. Oh, I put these 3 up here behind me. I gotta find a way to try to monetize this easier than what I've been doing. Those seem to do well, other than Quinny. Thor sold all 1,000. Nuggets sold pretty much all 1,000. Quinny only sold 650, so I don't know if our reach has gotten worse, or if, like I said, the piece of shit that I am is just coming out and nobody wants to follow us anymore, or like believes in the stories, or I haven't been able to get the stories out. But regardless, we're going to move forward. I've actually had the artist draw up Tiny, although I'm not crazy about it, because Tiny has gotten a little bit bigger, and we might have to hold off, even though his idea was going to be a little tornado, which was going to be awesome. He's going to be in a stuffed tornado that flipped out, one of those little poochy things that flips out the other way, and he's a stuffed animal. Flipped the other way, he's a tornado. We were looking into doing that. But 2 things that come up with that is that the most popular move to make now, because right now I'm all about making the money, guys. And by that I mean I'm not going to try to get over on anybody, but as far as I want to hit where it's hard. So I've got other options with this. I was thinking I want to do Winston. Why do I want to do Winston? Even though some of you might not know him as well, he's got the great backstory with joking about being a serial killer. I could have so much fun with that. But also, he's a furrier dog. So these guys are all kind of short-haired looking here, right? They're just like a little fuzzy. Imagine if I could get a longer-haired stuffed animal for Winston. Now, same whimsical design, but he would be long-haired. Then, of course, we've got King George. King George would be bigger. I'm really liking that idea of him, too. No eyes, and of course he'd have a crown like Thorne has his crown. And who else was there we were thinking about? Oh, Crash Smash. We're going to do Jurassic Crash. I love that with the Jurassic Park symbol, except for it's a silhouette of Crash, because he looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I just kind of want to maybe get your ideas on that if anybody stayed around long enough to listen to this part. I want to move forward on that as quick as possible. I could probably have these things ready to go with a prototype within the next 6 weeks and try to pump out a couple of them this year. But then again, I also got to worry about getting them. It's going to be much more expensive buying them in batches of 500 or 500 or 300 or 600 instead of 1,000, like I did before. But I don't want to sit on 300 of them either. So this is all just really confusing for me. I'm just being honest with you guys, telling you what I'm thinking in my brain as it goes on. Pretty much defeated and really just don't give a shit about anything anymore. Like I said, my days with them, just so you know, for those of you who are going to say, oh my God, he's got the hoarding case and we're going to call in and bust his ass again. Fuck you, first off. But here's what you got to understand. I interact with every single one of these babies, every single one, especially now, because I'm doing everything. The entire feeding, other than cleaning the house and doing laundry, and I don't mean this to minimize what the staff does, they do a great job on everything they do, and getting meds together. Every single dog, I've never had this much responsibility solely to myself in here, where I've got about 5 minutes a day to rest. But I want you to know that I have each dog in my possession every day. The problem for me is, and this is where I think it hurts the most, if you guys are still paying attention, it isn't that they're not getting taken care of, because they are getting taken care of. It's still the greatest food, all the supplements, proper medical needs, beautiful place to stay, each other's camaraderie, other people around to help. And Daddy's here pretty much all day now, every day, without a life, any life. But the problem with it is I've gone from being the guy that plays with dogs for a living to being the guy that is the janitor and the chef for dogs for a living. So in other words, I'm taking care of them, but I'm taking care of them from a nurturing standpoint, not a loving standpoint. And I don't know if that's I don't think they'll care, because everybody's got their family here. But everything that I set out to do on this mission is fucking gone. Yeah, so I'm just a caretaker for them now, which is not how I wanted to show my love to them. So and the shitty thing is I'm short-tempered, and when I'm learning now as I'm getting better that I'm short-tempered, and it just means I just walk away. I just shut down. Instead of yelling, instead of getting mad, instead of being argumentative, I just shut it down. Fuck it. So anyway, happy whatever fuck day this is again, guys. Thanks for tuning in.